Welcome to Stonk Insights, your one-stop shop for stock and crypto analysis and discovery. In today's video, you see we have a special guest. We're going to be starting. What's up? Yes. Go ahead, introduce yourself.
Hey, what's up, y'all? My name's Grey Hart. I'm an artist that signed to Astronaut Boys Incorporated. Me and Stonks met each other in the Duckydefi chat.
There we go. I mean, you just covered a whole bunch of things I was going to go over, but we're going to hit it one by one. But yes, we met each other, through crypto. Okay, so this is going to be a start of a new series. I'm trying to do podcasts and talking to the community, talking about people who's out here successful with crypto and other endeavors. So Grey Hart is the first of many that's going to be coming onto the channel. So this is an open invitation to anyone who's out there, who watch these videos. If you want to get on the channel, you want to talk about your crypto endeavors, things that you're doing outside of crypto or whatnot, I open up the channel to you. So, we're going to be talking, to Grey Hart. Okay. And, he just introduced himself. So I just want to, pick apart, some of the things. So, you say you're into music and you were signed by Astronaut Boys. So congratulations for that. When did that? So let's just, let me just ask, when did it happen? When did you get signed?
I got signed last July. So it's been just short of a year. And we've just been kind of like trying to ramp up all of the promotional stuff and put kind of like a couple singles out there, put a couple of EPs out there, see what people are biting on the most. And now we're going to start rolling out some like major promotional stuff. Right
on. So just talking about Astronaut Boys, are they also crypto entrepreneurs, or are they also in the field of crypto?
The owner, the CEO Smurf, he is definitely big in crypto. That was actually one of the things that kind of like set a really good pace for the relationship that we have. When we first met each other, we already like just started talking crypto and everything, and I was still very, very like young into crypto by then, man. Like,
right on.
I think I still only had barely like a band plus in at that time.
Right. Okay, so it was the start of your crypto journey.
Yeah, man.
So this was actually the last point I had, on my notes, but I'm gonna ask it now. Have you ever looked into music as an NFT, and releasing singles in that form or fashion?
Actually, yeah. We have one of the last singles that we released is an NFT currently on the Polygon blockchain. We just haven't set it out to mint yet, but it's already the contracts are set up. I've got a few in my wallet just to make sure transfers work and everything. And we're gonna start probably kind of feeding them into Cronos instead of Polygon, just because the blockchain's exploding the way it is right now.
Right.
And no offense to Polygon, great blockchain, but I'm kind of a bro head, so.
Now this is very interesting to me. So how can you explain let me just, I'll let you know how somebody explained it to me, because I didn't even think about this, but you release a single as an NFT, and the people who buy it are actually part owners or shareholders, and they get a percentage of the royalties that come from the music, or this is how this one person was doing it, I suppose.
So basically there will be a series of the NFTs. The test was to make sure that we could do the music transfer and that that kind of file worked as an NFT transfer.
Right.
But now I guess the thing to do is going to be differentiating the covers a little bit, layering them little by little and making them, a set of, either 1 or 5 or 10,000 artwork differences, basically.
Right.
To make it to where having the NFT is a more special thing than just being able to stream the song, because anyone can go to any platform and stream the song, but buying the NFT gives you the artwork, the differences in the artwork that I will personally be working on myself.
Okay. So yeah, this is a little bit different than of the one that I was thinking or looking at. They were given, this artist was given ownership to anyone who purchased the NFT. So let's say, and they had tiers. So let's say that somebody was at the $5,000 USD tier. Okay, they would get like a percentage ownership for streaming for Spotify, blah 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 blah.
That's cool.
Yeah. And then, you know, they have stuff under that. So someone for $1,000, you know, they'll probably get like 0.05% of the revenue. Then they had like the affordable one, you know, and then there's a very, very small, you know, portion of revenue. But if the song blew up, you know what I'm saying? If the artist, you know, started streaming and made it to the billboards, then everybody who bought those NFTs got on as well, you know what I'm saying? But they would be representative of, I mean, you're cutting out, you know, like the Interscopes, you know, you're cutting out those companies, you know what I'm saying? It's taking a huge chunk of your money anyways, and you're giving up.
You're cutting out Spotify and all those streaming companies too, which are like raping artists, man. Like, let's be real here. They're paying fractions of pennies on the dollar for streams.
It's crazy. It's crazy. I looked it up and seen, you know, people who are getting like millions of streams, you know, that's not really like
millions of streams only equals like a few $1,000s.
Exactly. I mean, you're thinking, you know, you say, oh man, he got 100 million streams. You're thinking, man, he's on already. He's like, not really. He probably got some bands, but you know, he ain't on, you know. So yeah, that's crazy. So let's talk about your crypto story. Okay. So how did you get into crypto, like initially, you know, off the bat?
Man, it's so funny. I got into crypto because one of my homies, Matt, he was actually like hitting me up, and we were both just like, you know, we kind of gamble together sometimes, and he was like, bro, why haven't you like tried out crypto at all yet? And I was like, I don't know, man. You know, maybe I should. What should I get into? And he kind of got me into Doge for the first time, and this was like way before it was before it was 5 cents. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
like,
right.
And I threw like just a couple $100s, and then it had that first fucking moonshot rise, man. And it was just like, oh shit. So now I have some money to play with, and I started like kind of dispersing that into like Sia coin, which kind of flopped a little bit. Just like stuff that was on like the Anchor platform, because that was all I had at the time.
Right.
And then I kind of like progressed into, another friend hit me up and told me about SafeMoon, and then I kind of like dove into the DeFi world, man, and it's just been crazy since then.
DeFi is the best. I mean,
yeah, dude,
for real. I mean,
big losses sometimes, but humongous gains if you catch one of those fucking good companies.
Have you been rug pulled? Have you been in the rug pull before?
Oh, for sure, bro.
I'm about to say you haven't been in DeFi if you haven't been rug pulled. You know, so that's like a rite of passage almost.
Yeah. I know, for sure. Luckily, I was only rugged like $40, so you know what I mean.
Right.
Chill. It was like market cap was like under 100K. I was like, oh, I'll chance $40 on that. If it hits 1 million, it's fucking, you know,
you made
20x.
Exactly.
Like, right.
Yeah. Right on. So when did you transition, or when did you started, you know what I'm saying? Well, first of all, what year was this when you started getting into crypto? You said it's before the Dogecoin pump.
2020.
2020. Okay.
Yeah, I think it was 2020. It was like,
so right before the Dogecoin.
2020.
That was the perfect time to get in, you know, of course.
Yeah, dude, absolutely it was. I was very lucky. Like, that was like, people say timing the market is, you know, harder than timing the market, and that's absolutely true. But I got very lucky.
That's facts, right? Most people that I know, they came up on Dogecoin, you know, and that started their journey. You know, the first time I actually put money towards Dogecoin was in 2018 when they released it on Robinhood, you know, and it was like for fractions of a penny, you know, and I had like a crazy amount of coins, you know. I think I only put like $5 in there, and I ended up to 50 before the huge pump. But it was like so many coins, and it pumped so hard. And I'm talking about from the first pump, not to pump the 30 cents, you know. And then I was like, oh my God, you know. So yeah, I know that's how most people. So the transition, you know, when did you get into Cronos, you know?
I got into Cronos after being in the Binance chain for just like a little while, and just kind of like seeing similarities between the two chains. Cause like, obviously, you know, who hasn't heard of crypto.com? They got fucking ads out everywhere. Any like video I'd watch when I was, you know, researching different Binance coins, there'd be something about like, you know, crypto.com, and I'd be like, oh shit, all right, maybe I'll check this shit out. Checked out the platform. saw the card, like, stake to get like your Ruby card, and I was like, okay, rewards back in crypto. I like this. Let's continue. And I took out like a small loan with $1,000, and I put 400 towards that stake, and I put 600 just into Crow, and eventually threw in like $400 more like principal, and had like 1,000 in Crow sitting at like mid-July of last year. So, like right after I got signed, I had like $1,000 in Crow basically, and I just like the end of the year shot was.
I'm about to say in mid of July last year, it was low. It was like what, 15
12 cents. Ooh. 12 to 16 cents or something like that. Like, in between there. I think my DCA was like 15 cents or something.
Nice.
At the end of it all, yeah. Like before this meteoric rise, because obviously who isn't buying Crow still? You gotta pay gas fees.
Exactly. That's just facts. Wow. And then how did you discover Duckydefi? Like how was it because of
the Crow DeFi app?
The DeFi app.
Yeah, man, DeFi app. I got into the DeFi app at like the very end of January. And I threw in on Mad Meerkat and Duckydefi. I threw in on Ducky the day it came out. I was like stoked. I was like, oh, new decks came out. Let's fucking see what they got. And I was like, market cap 150,000. Boy, tossing in immediately. Yeah, I must have caught it on like a liquidity move or something, because it was like 5 cents. And then I like went to go and liquidate something from another account so I could go buy, and I went back and it was 2.5 cents, and I was like, yes, take my money.
Oh man, and then that was like timing it perfectly, Yeah.
Oh, dude, it 2x'd in 10 minutes. Like it just like. And then for the rest of the day, I was like, fucking just bullshitting with my roommate. I was like, bro, Ducky Mansion, Ducky Lambos, let's fucking go. And then it like ended up 20xing, and I pulled out my initial plus like, I think like 600 profit. So it was like $1,000 from the 3,000 I had made off $170 input. Ooh. And yeah, it was nice, man.
Yeah, that's good stuff right there.
Yeah,
I mean I remember that when it released on the crypto.com, that wallet, because you could get Duckydefi beforehand if you had MetaMask, and it was when it came out on the DeFi wallet, it had already like dived a lot, because it had pumped, because DNA was a part of Duckydefi. They were providing liquidity or whatnot, and then they moved over to MMF. And then they pulled out all their liquidity from Duckydefi, and it started to flood the chat, on their way out, saying that, oh yeah, this is a horrible investment. DNA is getting out of here. You guys should too, blah, 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 blah. Then, it dived a lot. And then they put it on a DeFi wallet, and then boom,
Are you telling me DNA's paper hands?
They paper handed, and if you look at the DNA chart, what they're pennies. I don't know what happened to DNA. They could maintain peg, and for anyone who doesn't know, DNA was another algorithmic stablecoin pegged to, I think, the price of Crow, but they failed. They failed. They're not releasing bonds, and they're way off peg. So I don't know what's going on with DNA.
That was honestly like a huge mistake for them to try and move to MMF when MMF's already with Dark, and they are a Crow algo peg. It's like, what are you doing? Like,
right.
Y'all are being silly.
Yeah. They definitely did not work out. It didn't work out for them. They could have pegged themselves to a Ducky. That would have been epic. Yeah, it's still been here. Yeah. So I'm just gonna go through some cryptos on Cronos, and you just let me know, how you feel about them. First and foremost, I mean, I know what you're gonna say. MMF.
Oh, MMF, bro. I'm on a mad journey right now. I'm absolutely on the mad journey. I have a tree house. I minted 2 of them. I ended up selling one when the floor was about 14K Crow.
Right on.
And then I have a meerkat that I bought secondary market for like 900 crow when, you know, they first went out on secondary market when I first found out about Map Meerkat. And that was actually my first NFT purchase ever.
Oh, okay. Word up, man. Yeah, I mean, just on these NFTs, you know, the Ducky one, that was my first NFT on a Cronos blockchain. I have NFTs on Ethereum Classic and other blockchains, but yeah, this was the first one I've actually bought on the Cronos one. I missed and I was there for the treehouse. I don't know how I missed that. I overslept something like that.
It was a mess anyway, dude. Like almost nobody got one. I was really lucky to be able to mint two. I sat there and watched the transaction running spin for like 10 minutes until it fucking said your tree houses have been minted. I was like, fuck yeah, bitch.
Oh my god. That would have been so crazy though, just watching it go, you know what I'm saying? Don't want to like hit,
bro.
Oh,
and watching the numbers go, bro, like literally watching it be like, you know, from 4,000 of 10,000 minted, and it's just like 5,000, 6,000.
It's going that fast.
6,500,
yeah.
7,500. It's just like, oh my god, dude, stop, slow down. Transaction go through. Fuck.
Oh my goodness. Let's see what's next. Scrub.finance.
Scrub. TLC has a song about them.
These are facts.
I mean, like, dude, I really enjoyed the platform when it came out at first, and I think that there was a lot of jumping the gun between both platforms. The way that, you know, Scrub pulled profits, you know, siphoning liquidity from the MMF ecosystem, without giving them some kind of schedule to give the holders some kind of schedule so everyone's on the same page, basically. Like, it really hurt investors and it hurt trust between the two companies. And then when it happened 2 more times, MMF was like, hey, fuck you. Like, what are you doing? Like, just talk to us. Let us know what the fuck's up. And, you know, maybe we can work this shit out. And now they're trying to repair the relationship, and I just feel like it's kind of too late. It's like, dude, y'all had literally like a 5-day stretch of being able to, you know, talk about stuff and what your business plans actually were for your company.
Right. No, that makes sense. I mean, and like you said, they didn't have a schedule. You know, if they would have let people, I mean, they did, in all fairness, they did release it on their Twitter page that they were doing this, you know. I don't think people understood what was happening, you know. I actually shared in the video. I didn't explain in depth, you know what I'm saying, the shorten factor that they could have been doing with this lending, but they were transparent about it. But like you said, you know, just letting investors know that they were doing this, you know, because it's hurting the whole ecosystem.
It's the doing it and then letting them know afterwards, like, oh, this is why everything's diving right now, instead of being like, hey, we're gonna do this, so like you might want to move some funds and save some money.
Right on.
But it just seems like they're trying to like rip market capital away from their holders to build their DAO fund, which, like, you know, there's nothing wrong with that in the aspect of being a business owner and like trying to build business capital, but like you're really hurting your holders by not giving them a forewarning of what's happening and making them panic and then eventually sell out at a loss.
Right.
Because that's really the only way they're losing. Like, you know, if you give them the, I guess, like the faith that like, hey, if you have the patience while we deepen this liquidity and just like load your bags up while we're dipping these prices, then you're gonna be all right a year from now.
That's facts. Yeah. I mean, like you said, give them, like, because let them know that, you know, this is something you're gonna come up on right away. You know what I'm saying? This is something for the long term. But yeah, that all makes sense. That all makes
like, you'll
sense.
make some short money. Everyone wants to make short money, but really you're making short assets. And then, like, you know, in the future, when the assets build up more and more liquidity, that's when you're really going to see profits.
Yeah. Then you can take out 20 grand and you don't move the price so easily. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Exactly.
Makes sense. Savannah.
Oh, Savannah is just the gift that keeps on giving, man.
The money printer. Yes.
The money printer. It's down to just below 2% per day now, which, like, you know, it's not like the highest in the ecosystem, but like it's getting more sustainable.
Right.
at the price of everything right now, and that's still fucking unbelievable for anyone that's complaining about just under 2% a day. Like, come on, 50 days and you double your investment. What are you?
I have no issues with Savannah. Yeah, because it's
Yeah.
consistent 2% or higher. I've only seen it go under 2% one time, and it was only for a few hours, you know, and that's when the Savannah token got close to the MMF peg, you know.
Yep, and that's where it is right now. It's like 1.17 or something. So people need to pump Savannah, and it's because I think there was such a huge migration from the scrub back to M-share.
Yep.
And people printing Savannah to try and recover their losses, and they've just been selling as well, you know.
All the whole time.
Which, you know,
yeah.
gotta recover your losses, but also be careful because you don't want to drive the price of the token down too close to peg because you're gonna ruin the APR, people. What are you doing?
Right. Let's see here. V3S.
I haven't touched it yet.
You haven't gotten with that, yeah.
I haven't, man, just because like VVS left such a bad taste in my mouth that like anything with a V in front of it is kind of like, I don't really. They're associated with the same platform and like,
no. And I actually did get with this, you know, just for the fact that it was an algorithmic stable coin. And I knew it was going to be very, very risky to do so. I got in at 380 and I sold out the day before VVS made the partnership with them and they pumped it $10. So, you know, there's that. Yeah. It's sitting around like $10 right now, you know, and I would have been like in the 08, the boardroom, whatnot, you know, for the V3S. So I just would have been printing, sitting on the 3X, you know. Yeah.
Dude, patience is a virtue, especially in the crypto space.
Dude. I mean, and you know, even before the Ducky pump, I was in Ducky, you know, and it had fallen, you know, and I wasn't thinking about selling. I actually bought, you know, but I was thinking, you know, what if nothing happens? You know, I just bought again at 1 cent, and then the next day, bam, you know, that's when they got listed on that crypto.com app, and every day, you know, it started to pump more and more and more, and I was like, oh my God, you know what I'm saying? This is great. Definitely the biggest crypto win I've ever been in so far, you know, so yeah.
Same. Ducky's been huge. I mean, MMF platform as a whole has been helping my portfolio greatly, but the liquidity that I made from Ducky off of that first pump when it got listed on the crypto.com app helped me put liquidity into that project too, which kind of sucks because I like Ducky, you know, as a project that I sold some to put money into MMF, but like I'm keeping a balance, and Ducky is still a greater holding in my wallet percentage wise than any other coin that I have, like single coin asset.
Right. Are you on any other blockchains or just Cronos? And you said BSC? I know you...
I'm on Binance still, just with SafeMoon until they I guess put out their own blockchain, which they're, you know, planning to still.
Okay. What do you make of these allegations regarding the SafeMoon devs or whatnot?
I don't know if I've heard too much about it yet. I've kind of seen a couple videos about it, but I'm still kind of out of the loop, I guess, like on what's actually happening. I feel like there's so much drama going on, but like nobody knows what's actually happening.
Yeah, nothing's set in stone. I'll say that for sure. You know, people supposedly seeing things on a blockchain that would suggest that the liquidity wasn't locked and that the devs and some of the promoters were pulling from SafeMoon when they were going back and forth from V1 to V2 and whatnot. I really didn't look into it because like I said, I'm not in SafeMoon, so no.
I don't think so. I mean, I got all of my tokens when I moved mine, and like it was worth the same value the same day when I moved it. Right. I did it all early, so it was like, I guess, you know, people who haven't migrated yet and are still trying to migrate, that might be an issue, but it's like, dude, this is like half a year old news. Why are you waiting this long to migrate?
Yeah. To let something happen to you.
Right.
That doesn't make any sense. So yeah. I know because of the Telegram group that you've, you know, flipped NFTs before. do you have like a specific NFT flipping methodology that how do you pick an NFT to know that, you know, this one's gonna have value and I can flip this?
Well, the only reason I got into the Meerkat NFTs at first and started buying NFTs. Say hi, Gwen. Gwen, my roommate's cat.
Oh, look at her.
You can see her on the cover of Cash Cat, another one of my albums.
Okay.
But yeah, man, I got into the Meerkat NFTs because I got onto the MMO platform and started staking, and I saw, you know, you could boost it with the NFT, so that gave it instant utility in my eyes, and I was like, okay, so like, I haven't seen these stakeable NFTs yet. That was the first time I'd seen like a stake.
Yep, that's the first time I've seen it too.
Yeah, it changed my whole outlook on them in general, because like, you know, it's cool to have artwork and collect artwork and trade it, but like the utility behind it and behind projects in general is what does it for me. Just like, you know, as an investor, as a trader, as a yield farmer. So that's when I decided, you know, these are worth getting into, and I still have my Meerkat staked in that same vault. It's the Crow MMF vault.
Okay.
And that shit's exploding.
I don't know, it's probably looking good. What did you purchase the Meerkat for, and what is the price of it? Well, where's the floor price now?
Let me check the floor real quick. I purchased for 890.
890 Crow.
Yeah. Yeah, 890 Crow for those bad boys back when I purchased, and that was like at the very beginning of February. Okay. And the gains that I made, like, you know, off the platform when they started talking about releasing the tree houses, I got super pumped and I got whitelisted because I had a Meerkat. Here we go, collections. The Meerkat floor right now, 11.4K Crow.
Nice, nice. Over 10x. See, I mean, yeah, that's awesome, you know, man. I mean,
the treehouse floor is.
Oh yeah, it's exploded. Yeah.
It's 14K now again. Still, it was up at like 16K the other day, but it's still up at 14K, which is like, that's where, I don't know, like I had in my mind, that's like the first milestone I wanted to sell one of my tree houses at. If the floor gets up to like 100K Crow, I might have a hard time holding on to it.
Ooh. I can see it, man. So what are your future plans, you know, with crypto, you know, moving on to 2022?
Well, I want to see what Ducky does. That's like the biggest thing right now. I want to see these eggs hatch. I want to see my ducks and do some duck races.
Which I haven't explained. I don't know if anybody, you know, if you're in Ducky, you know, but if you're not in Ducky, yeah, we bought the NFTs, you know, that launched it. I talked about in my last video, but they're in like egg form, you know. We can't see what the actual NFT is. So, and it takes 72 hours for these eggs to hatch. So we're all going to be in 72 hours, you know, have our rarity ranks, you know, see what we have, you know. Yeah, we've seen a few NFTs in one of my videos that they're bringing, you know, like the skeleton duck, the pirate duck or whatnot. So yeah, we're all of us are waiting to see where we're going to be getting here soon.
These bad boys right here.
There we go. Yep. And that's how everyone's NFTs look. Look at you, got 5 of them.
I do, man. I am ready for some duck games.
You're ready. Have you
ready to start breeding?
Yeah. Do you know anything about that? Like, have you ever bred like NFTs or anything like? No. It's first for you too.
Yeah, it's a first, but I'm also ready to get some DGen meerkats so I can breed them as well when the game comes out, the Mad Meerkat Arena.
Yeah. Now, have they already dropped the DGen meerkats? I haven't talked about that, but
no, they haven't yet. I don't know. They haven't set an official date yet. They said when they made the announcement that they were going to do it 2 to 3 weeks. So I'm guessing they're going to stretch it as long as possible to let people like farm more mad, so they can purchase them, because they're expensive, bro. Like, you know, obviously they know the floor is 11,500 Crow right now, so
off rip, yeah.
So that's like what, $5,000. Yeah, it's like $5,000 right now. So they are for whitelist, so if you have a treehouse or a cat, you get whitelisted for 55 MAD tokens, and they're like $20 a piece right now for MAD tokens.
You can get
and
whitelisted. Wow.
the whitelist price, 55 MAD tokens. The public sale price is going to be 75 MAD tokens.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, so you're talking
man.
about dropping 1,500 on a mint in the public sale.
Right. But
Yeah.
still, you're still looking at a 10x from that point, though. You know.
Definitely, because they're dropping these to release the game, and once the game comes out, they're going to have more utility than they did just being able to stake them in the farms and the tree houses.
Right. That's gonna be cool. That's gonna
It's
be
going to
cool.
be sick.
Have you seen the game? Like what type of game is it?
It's called Mad Meerkat Arena. They've talked about it a little bit in the Discord. As far as I know, it's going to be a like fighter game, but not like a button masher fighter game, like a turn taker fighter game.
Oh, okay.
So like Pokemon.
Yeah. Like you go and I go and then bam, bam, bam.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Okay.
And you, I guess, wager burrow tokens. I'm pretty sure it's going to be the burrow tokens that you're wagering against other meerkats in the arena. And then the MAD tokens are going to be used to buy what are called MAD sacks, which are like different NFT packs, I guess.
Okay.
And stuff to upgrade your meerkats to fight with. It's fucking tight, dude. It sounds really sick.
It sounds dope. It definitely sounds dope. Wow. I'm gonna have to look that up. I haven't looked that deep into the NFT side of the meerkats yet, but I did know that they were releasing these the degen variety of them. So yeah, that's gonna be cool. All right. So I don't have anything else. Do you have anything you want to say before we get out of here, or you got any shout outs?
Shit, yeah, man. Fucking shout out Stonk Insight, shout out Duckydefi, shout out Astronaut Boys. Check me out on any streaming platform. It's gonna be Grey, GREY _ Hart, HART, no spaces.
I'm gonna have it like I'm gonna have an edit, and it's gonna be like under your face here. So
okay, sick.
Yeah,
Fuck yeah.
Check them out. Grey _ Hart, and I'll make sure to get that exactly before once we sign out here. But that's the video for you guys. So let me guys know what if you want to get on the platform as well, hit me up. Either in Telegram, Twitter, Stonk Insights, Facebook, same thing. I'm on pretty much all platforms except for not Twitter. What's the other one? I'm not on Instagram, not with Stonk Insights. So yeah, signing out.
Oh.